Attention! This just in, a giant monster is attacking Bikini Bottom.
Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here, today with another video. Today we're just going to be doing another one of our weekly big news segments, looking into what's going on in Vanguard 0 and the JP and global and overall, what are we looking forward to. So last week we left off with JP introducing the Vanguard 0 Championship 2020 for autumn. So the qualifiers did happen and we will be looking into the results in just a little bit. Before we do that, I just wanted to introduce the standard set release campaign. So this has been happening for the last few sets. Global doesn't have this, but if you're interested, just hear me out here. So for JP, how they get their sleeves for the new set is whenever a new set's released. So for example, this month we just got Booster Pack 11. 5 of the VR units will get their respective sleeves into Vanguard 0. And how it works is if you buy a box, you will open the box, you will get, usually there's a box topper, and that box topper is basically a code or a way of redeeming these sleeves into your game. So that's very neat. You're gonna be playing with these units in the TCG, and while you aren't really gonna be able to play them in Vanguard 0, at least you'll have them accompany you aesthetically as a sleeve, so that's very neat, and they're all definitely very, very nice, especially Isabel. Ooh, so majestic. What else? Look, we had 4 different blocks for the first championship qualifiers, and in terms of results, here we have one Eradicator player playing Saishin, so very early game focused option with Desert Gunners to help you seal out your opponent's intercepts for more aggression. Grade 3 Searcher, help you search for pieces. One Jewel Knights player, playing Ganslot to search for Blaster Blade for on place retires. Playing the Grade 3 Searcher because any of your Grade 3s are really good options. Even if you add the heal trigger, you can just put it back most of the time. And 2 out of 4, 50% of the qualifiers, of the qualified, are actually playing Tsukiyomi from OTT. So that's very neat. 7 draw 2 stand, really similar to the one that got top 4 in Vanguard 0 2020 Championship summer as well. But one major difference is playing the new PGs instead, which is interesting because the deck doesn't really need Break Ride or Limit Break. But definitely something that you can test, and playing more A+3s seems to be quite popular nowadays because 9+3 is good, 12k numbers is good, but it requires you to have your ride chain go smoothly, right? It requires you to have 6 or more soul, while the A+3 is as long as you have a comfortable amount of cards in hand, especially in the early game, you're not going to call everything out. The A+3 comes out just so much more flexibly. And even if you miss your ride chain, it'll still be a solid option as an aggressive A+3 11k attacker to mostly 11k Vanguards in this meta. And next here, we have another list. There is a typo here. It's not supposed to be 4 crit, it's supposed to be 4 heal. Most people put the heal on CEO. And here you play, again, the new PGs. And interestingly, the grade 3 lineup seems to be relatively similar. 4 CEO, 4 Tsukiyomi, 3 of the draw 1, put 1 to the bottom, and 2 gentle gems. It seems to be the norm. The 7 draw 2 stand seems to be pretty common as well. So if you're moving into this future meta, maybe consider playing around your opponent's stand triggers. Previously, you could see more stand triggers 3 or 4 copies, but perhaps because the meta is sped up so quickly, you need the extra draw power to help you get into your pieces earlier on to finish off the game. So that's something that's definitely fun. Another typo was that the Devouring Sword here, it's not 4 crit 5 draw, it's actually 9 draw. So yeah, there we go. Next, it's Corrin's birthday, so Corrin fans rejoice. I really like Corrin, so that's very cool. Next is for JP. So it already started, but this half month's rank reward is gonna be Ethics Buster, Beast Deity Ethics Buster. The art's new, so that's something neat. Personally, I'm still a big fan of the OG art, probably because of nostalgia, but I feel like the background for this new art is pretty bland. But it's still a really good card, and definitely do get 4 copies of that to prep for Ethics Buster Reverse and Ethics Buster Extreme, because those are going to be really spicy, depending on how they buff or change things around here. Next, for the sleeves, we will be getting Steve, Sweep Command Dragon, and Hellfire Inferno Blockade as the sleeves. So representation for Narukami and Kagero. That's very cool. What else do we have? We have Nao's birthday. If you're not familiar with G, you might not know about him. You know, it's a him. But you know, go watch the anime if you haven't. It's really good. Next, we have another birthday, Ryutaro Oyama. He plays Narukami. Blah. So the Bermuda season ended. Something else is that, you know, the 400 paid gems for 10 for a 10 roll is active again. So you can definitely check that out if you are a pay-to-play player and you know you're looking for some rare or double rare crafting material or units specifically. Maybe this is a better option. If you are specifically looking for triple rares, then maybe the triple rare guarantee is a better option. But honestly, I'm not I've never spent any money in this game, so I didn't really do like an analysis for it. But that's for you to look up in your own time, I suppose. And lastly, the most hyped thing, it's Halloween, friends. Unfortunately, Global is not going to get a Halloween event on Halloween. Maybe we'll get something like, you know, the Valentine's Day event where it's like flashback to Valentine's. But here, you know, JP gets Halloween on Halloween and Valentine's on Valentine's and New Year, and Global doesn't really get that. But I guess it works out. It doesn't really matter anyways. It's just aesthetics. But very cool to see Naoki and Suiko with costume. Very neat. And some Halloween little cosmetics if you like that kind of thing. And the usual 3-packs. So personally, I go with the packs. I go for the packs first and then the skins. If I don't usually play those cans, but you know, generally if you just play the dice event, you know, the entire thing, you will be able to get most all the skins and all the packs and some cosmetics here and there. But overall, I mean, it's just for fun. It's nothing really big, not a clan event or anything, but that's still really, really cool. So next up, let's talk about Global. Global, we did reach the target. We did reach the target. So congratulations, everyone. Good job, good job. Give yourself a pat in the back. We got our packs. Very good. Free packs are good packs. Again, our season for the next 2 weeks is Ultimate Limit Break. So Platinum Easel is a rank reward. Personally, I only had 2 copies of Platinum, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting another 2 copies at least, and maybe some foils to bling it out. We also got the Silverthorn Lukie sleeve. So JP has the campaign. You get the sleeves from buying boxes as box toppers. For Global, we have social media campaigns. If you get likes and retweets, you get those sleeves. But again, last time we talked about how even if we didn't reach it, we'd still get it because honestly, it doesn't cost them anything. It's already coded there anyways. So, but yeah, I mean, Venus Lukie waifu as always, very cool. And definitely seeing quite a bit of it. So good Lukie representation. Next, the 12th season is over. We're done with Mail Store. And in less than, you know, a few hours, I'd say at most, in less than 2 hours, since I'm recording this at like 8 p.m. in Toronto, in less than 2 hours, the Megacolony event will be out. So get hyped for that. I'm very hyped for it. You know, it's a new clan. New clans are always fun, especially to test it in play and see how I feel about it. It's really, honestly, Vanguard is a game that really does need playtesting just because some mechanics may look really good on paper, but it doesn't really work well in play. But yeah, I mean, that can be said with a lot of things, but I think Vanguard in particular, especially Vanguard 0, because there's so many different things that you have to keep track of. Definitely very fun and cool to playtest Megacolony. One thing in addition to that is that the championship tournament, you know, the one in game is also active. So if you haven't done that yet, if you haven't got your 5 wins and packs yet, do that. And you know, I've seen some people talk like, oh, they're waiting for the Megacolony event to come out so they can beat those day 1 Megacolony players. And yeah, if you're not confident with your play and you only have like, you know, a handful, you know, less than 5 of these like invitations, maybe hold off, and then play when the Megacolony is online for like a few hours, and then take advantage of new players trying to test out Megacolony, and that way maybe you'll get your smooth wins easier. Perhaps that could work, and that's really something that I found really hilarious, but also very valid to try out, because definitely I will be one of those noobs that are like trying out Megacolony and probably get dusted by like Dungaree or something. But yeah, that's basically it for this week's news. Not much. Let me know down below what you're hyped for the most. If you're a JP player, what do you think about the difference between the sleeve campaigns? Does it bother you that maybe if you're a JP player in a foreign country, you don't have access to these promo codes, and that means unfortunately you won't get access to these sleeves? If you're a global player, what do you think about Megacolony? Let me know down below before you try them and after you try them. I think that's really interesting, looking at before and after, seeing how theory might not necessarily translate into actual gameplay. Your thoughts, feelings, everything else. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. But please don't. But yeah, I guess that's it for today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.